Okay. So let's talk about something I think we've all felt at one point or another.
Yeah.
That feeling when your mind just goes blank in really important situations.
Oh, yeah.
Like right in the middle of a tough exam.
Like you just hit a wall.
Yeah, and it's like the dreaded brain freeze,
Mm-hmm.
especially in STEM fields. Those are always high pressure.
Absolutely. It's something everyone experiences. But the good news is
Yeah.
those mental blocks, they're temporary
Yeah, okay.
and totally conquerable.
So let's get into some strategies to combat this brain freeze.
Okay.
Tip number 1, breathe and relax.
Mm-hmm.
Exams to me, they're like marathons. They're not sprints.
Right.
Pacing yourself is key. Rushing just leads to more stress
Totally.
and makes those freezes more likely.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what's so fascinating about the deep breathing thing?
Yeah.
It's not just some new age relaxation technique.
Right.
It actually has a direct effect on your physiology.
Okay.
Deep breaths activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which is like hitting the brakes on your body's stress response.
Oh,
So it slows your heart rate,
yeah.
eases muscle tension,
I can see that.
and then allows your mind to regain its clarity.
Like giving your brain the space to reboot.
Exactly.
Okay, so tip number 2 is all about triaging your questions.
Okay.
So instead of getting bogged down right away by that really tough question,
Mm-hmm.
start with the ones that you feel more confident about.
Yeah,
Build that momentum.
I like that.
Sure.
It's interesting how this actually plays into brain function.
Okay.
Small wins create these positive feedback loops.
Interesting.
So you get that spark of accomplishment, and it motivates you to tackle the more challenging problems.
Oh, I like that.
And another thing,
Yeah.
don't underestimate just jotting things down,
Okay.
even if you're not sure it's relevant,
Right.
It's anything that pops into your mind about the problem.
Just write it down.
Sometimes unlocks a memory or helps you reframe the question.
Okay. Tip number 3. Let's talk about tackling those tougher questions.
Yeah.
And break down the problem is the key here.
Okay.
Super important for those complex, multi-step problems.
Like in...
Like in physics or
Yeah.
organic chemistry.
For sure.
Those can be very intimidating.
Right.
But they're manageable when approached strategically.
I think that's a great point. It's all about shifting your perspective.
Okay.
Instead of viewing the entire problem as this insurmountable obstacle,
Yeah.
you break it down into smaller, more digestible steps.
Yeah.
And remember, these exams are about showcasing your understanding of the concepts.
Right.
Showing your work, demonstrating that problem-solving process
Mhm.
can earn you valuable partial credit,
Right.
even if you don't arrive at the perfect final answer.
It's about the process,
Exactly.
not just the answer.
Yeah. And it's amazing how powerful visualization can be,
Yeah.
especially in STEM fields.
Right.
Tip number 4 is all about visualize the concept.
Okay.
It's about bringing those abstract ideas to life in a way that makes them click.
So, for example, if you're grappling with projectile motion in physics,
Mm-hmm.
instead of getting lost in the equations,
Yeah.
imagine launching a rocket.
Okay.
Picture the trajectory, the forces at play, the arc of its path.
Right.
It can really help solidify your understanding and make those complex concepts
Mm-hmm.
more intuitive.
Yeah, you're basically creating a mental model
Right.
and engaging a different part of your brain.
Yeah.
That's why sketching diagrams can be so helpful for math problems.
Even simple ones.
Yeah, even simple ones.
You're creating a visual representation of the relationship between them.
Absolutely.
Okay. So tip number 5,
Okay.
and this might be the most crucial one.
Right.
Stay positive.
Yes.
Remember, everyone experiences brain freezes.
Mm.
They don't define your intelligence or your capabilities.
Absolutely. I think sometimes it helps to reframe the situation.
Oh,
Instead of seeing the exam as this high stakes judgment of your worth,
Right.
think of it as just a test,
Yeah.
an opportunity to showcase what you've learned. Right.
Give yourself permission to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
It's about effort and the process of learning, not about achieving perfection.
Yeah. This reminds me of how I used to get so overwhelmed by coding problems.
Oh, yeah,
I would just hit a wall and feel completely stuck.
for sure.
But then I would step away for a bit, maybe go for a walk or listen to some music. And
Yeah.
when I came back to it, the solution would often just jump out at me.
It's incredible how our brains work, isn't it?
It is.
Like your subconscious mind keeps working on the problem,
Mm-hmm.
even when you're consciously focused on something else.
Right.
And then when you return to it with that fresh perspective,
Yes.
those insights can suddenly emerge.
And that's where I think positive self-talk comes in.
Oh, absolutely.
Reminding yourself that you are capable, that you've prepared for this,
Yeah.
can shift your mindset from panic to problem solving.
It's not just about feeling good.
Right.
There's actual neuroscience behind it.
Okay.
Positive self-talk reduces stress hormones like cortisol.
Which can interfere with cognitive function.
Interesting.
It helps calm the amygdala,
Yeah.
that part of your brain that processes fear and anxiety.
So it's like sending a calming signal to your brain, reassuring it that everything is okay.
Precisely. And when your brain is in a calmer, more focused state,
Yeah.
it's better equipped to tackle those challenging problems.
This just highlights the fascinating connection between our mental and physical states.
Absolutely.
You know, taking care of our mental well-being is crucial,
Yes.
especially in these high-pressure fields like STEM,
Mm-hmm.
where we're constantly pushing our cognitive limits.
Thinking back to my own exam experiences, I can definitely see how these tips played out.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I got caught up in the pressure, I'd forget to breathe, forget to think strategically.
It's so easy to fall into that trap,
It is.
focusing solely on the outcome rather than the process.
Okay.
But these strategies,
Mm-hmm.
they provide a framework,
Yes.
a set of tools
Yeah.
to navigate those challenging moments.
They empower you to take control of your experience.
Right.
It's not about eliminating stress altogether.
Yeah.
It's about learning to manage it effectively,
Right.
shifting from feeling overwhelmed to feeling empowered.
Mm.
And that's what true success is all about,
Wow.
in academics and in life.
Absolutely.
Having the resilience and the mental agility
Yes.
to face challenges head on.
And remember, even when we stumble, we have the power to get back up
Oh, for sure.
and keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught up in those moments of self-doubt.
Yeah.
But we really do have the power to shift our perspective
Mm-hmm.
and take control.
What's fascinating to me is the whole concept of neuroplasticity.
Okay.
It's the brain's ability to rewire itself throughout our lives.
But we can always change.
Yeah, we used to think our brains were fixed after a certain age.
Right.
But now we know that they're constantly adapting
Yeah.
based on our experiences and what we learn.
So every time we step outside of our comfort zone, every time we grapple with a new concept,
Yeah.
we're actually changing the physical structure of our brains.
It's like we're sculpting our own minds.
That's incredible.
And that's why it's so important to keep learning
Yeah.
and keep challenging ourselves.
Right.
It keeps our brains healthy, vibrant, and adaptable.
So it really is like a muscle.
Yeah.
The more we use it,
Uh-huh.
the stronger it gets.
Exactly. And just like with physical exercise, it's
Right.
crucial to find those learning experiences that challenge us,
Mm-hmm.
but that also bring us joy.
Yes, definitely.
Learning should be an adventure,
Yeah.
a journey of discovery.
For sure.
When we approach it with that sense of curiosity and playfulness,
Yeah,
we're more likely to stick with it even when it gets tough.
absolutely.
That intrinsic motivation makes all the difference.
It's about tapping into that inner drive
Yeah.
to explore and push the boundaries
Yeah.
of what we know and what we're capable of.
Exactly. And remember, it's never too late to cultivate that sense of wonder. No matter what age you are, there's always something new to learn,
Yeah.
a new challenge to embrace.
Well said. And who knows, that next challenge that we overcome
Mm-hmm.
might lead us to something extraordinary.
It might.
It's been a pleasure exploring these strategies for overcoming mental blocks.
Likewise.
And just remember, everyone,
Yeah.
you have the power to shape your own mind
Absolutely.
and your own future.
Couldn't agree more.
Keep learning, keep growing, and never stop believing in yourself.
Couldn't have said it better myself.